Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. It's Monday. I'm Bill Hemmer, and welcome here to America's Newsroom, and welcome back to you. How you doing?
Great to be here. Good to see you, Bill. Good to see all of you, too. I'm Jamie Colby in for Martha McCallum today. Now, they are calling on the, quote, best and the brightest. That's who they will need to help the trouble-plagued website, as top Republicans say the whole thing is a complete bust.
It does. What do you think at home? What do you think the president... There's also this big push during the shutdown to get the individual mandate delayed for a year, much as it happens with businesses. So got a great question from a viewer, and Stephen Moore is going to answer that next hour coming up here.
And I'd love
unbelievable. Billions. More to come.
Half of what it costs for the government shutdown recovered in this one case. How about that?
Man, some big money.
That's pretty scary stuff if it's beating inside your chest. Well, Cheney says he had his doctors turn off the device's wireless option. He had 5 heart attacks, his first coming at just 37 years old, and he recently had a complete heart transplant. He looks good, though, Bill.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Art and life there. It's always interesting when Gupta makes a cameo in our show, too, huh? Oh, buddy.
I never thought that could really happen.
A fishing boat came by to pull him out of the water. So he was clearly shaken up.
Yeah, for sure. And they know each other really well now.
Yeah, they do.
I heard a lot of prayer. Well, what happens when an...
all around the bend, talk about the time when we was a mutual.
And thank you so much.
So it's a whole new hour here. Hope you had a great weekend. I'm Bill Hemmer, and welcome here to America's Newsroom. Martha has some time with the family. How you doing?
Good morning, Bill. Wow, there's a busy first hour, and here we go with number 2. I'm Jamie Colby in for Martha McCallum. Great to have you here. They're going to be 3 weeks now since the federal online insurance exchange opened. That's where we...
At Jamie Colby. Lines are open. We'll see the president next hour on
So,
all that.
Bill, do you think we'll get a timetable, though, on how long till it's fixed?
I don't think so, because I don't think they know yet. That's my assumption now. But if the tech whizzes are in there and they say, hey, we can get this thing up in 14 days, well,
we'll take it.
I guess we'll hear from the president if that's the case.
Yeah.
If that is the case.
Texas Senator Ted Cruz returning home to a hero's welcome. An 8-minute standing ovation at a speaking event. It was interesting. We should also point out personal loans like these are perfectly legal. And, Bill, I'll lend you everything I have in my wallet right now for 15%.
15%, right? I'll take 14. We should see him within the hour. Americans uninsured. There are estimates.
In Las Vegas, Shannon, what can you tell us?
To bring it to you, back to you.
And we appreciate that. Shannon Moore on scene. Thank you, Shannon.
Holy
Bill.
cow. Manning had a pretty good night. Luck had a better night.
That was a really classy crowd.
Sure was. Nicely done.
Fun to watch. How about this? This is an incredible story. So a doctor has encouraged that, Bill. I can't believe there's even a name for it. We're keeping an eye on this trial of a high-profile doctor. It's happening in Utah. His name is Martin McNeil. And right now he is accused of killing his wife back in 2007. They say, prosecutors, that he gave her a lethal cocktail of pain medications after surgery. Prosecutors say think this case is interesting for this reason, that he's a doctor.
Yes.
And he knows about the medications. He knows about proper and lethal dosage.
Yep.
And the question I have, Doug, for you first is, must this judge give a jury? And curious, because it could be prejudicial if you're the defense attorney that this doctor knew all of this. We can't ask the wife whether she wanted the facelift or not, but there's a lot of circumstantial evidence in this case, isn't there, Keith?
There is, but Jane...
And they'll give you 30 oxycodones. In this particular case, oxycodone and Valium prescribed for this woman, but found in a bathtub. And you're right, the Drew Peterson case, a bathtub as well, partially closed, face down. And that 911 call, how does that stack up?
I hate that 911 call. It just sounds so...
And coroner number 1 says natural causes, heart disease. And before her surgery, a doctor was concerned and asked her to delay the surgery because of heart disease. Second coroner says heart disease, but lethal overdose. Doug, how does the jury put those two reports together?
I think a lot of people...
And he proposed to someone he was seeing within weeks after she died.
However, 2 weeks after she dies, he's proposing to somebody.
However, children. The 2 children say, my dad did this. I can't imagine anything more compelling on the stand.
But they don't have any direct thing. There's not only did they not witness it, nobody knows who ingested the drugs into her system. There's just no evidence at all. You bring up Drew Peterson. Let me bring up...
Think about this, counselor. If they can't introduce into the rafters some notion that this woman killed herself, he's going to...
tough guy to wrap
It's
your arms
definitely,
around.
it is a case to watch.
Sure.
And you saw the picture of the couple. There were some happy days before. Thanks, guys, so much.
My pleasure.
Prosecutor, defense counsel.
Thank you.
Handbag at
Yeah?
and
You ever have a hot dog at a Walmart?
have I had a hot dog at a Walmart?
I think he was
cannot say
going in
I
for a snack.
could have been doing that too, but I've had a dirty hot water dog on the sidewalks of New York,
Well, that's fancy. I'm
which
not
is
that
outstanding with mustard, and I highly recommend it next time you're here in New York.
Every time you're in New York.
Right on. I'll see you at 1 o'clock this afternoon. I'll see you.
Around.
I'll see you around.
Okay.
Make it a great Monday.
Bye, everybody. Take
See you
care.
later.